All right, you guys, welcome back. It's been a while, but Amber's been acting crazy online, and she's decided to do a Q&A, and all she's doing is just bullshitting her way through life, and we're gonna react to her Q&As. Okay, we're just gonna hop right to it. It doesn't matter what happened to me and why I disappeared. I'm back now, and that's what matters. All right, let's get directly into it.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this is part one of a
Hey,
four-part series
Amber.
where I answer 100 of your questions, and I think it's questions I've never answered before. But who knows? I've been on YouTube for 11 years, so I don't really remember what I've shared. So I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, and I'm gonna be super busy for the next like 10 days or so, and I'm not gonna be able to have time to edit my videos. I will still be filming though. So I am pre-recording in this moment. So I figured the best way to do that to continue my schedule and to give you guys content is to create this 4-part series. So since there are 100 questions, it is 25 questions per part. So let's get into the first one. So I just want to preface this that I got all of these questions on random social media platforms where I was like, you guys, I'm doing
When she says that, she means Chat GPT. Okay, I am like dead certain she got like some questions she wanted to answer, and then she asked ChatGPT, "What would you ask a girl who does this online and does this with her life? What were some nice, friendly questions you would ask?" That's how I feel.
Q&A on YouTube. Send me in your questions. All right, so the first one is, who are your top 5 artists on Spotify Wrapped this year? Billie Eilish was my number 1, which is not surprising. Second is Banks, also not surprising. Third is a band called Mansion Air, love them. Fourth, Montel Fish, love him. His music is so good. The fifth one I'm a little shocked by. It's The Weeknd. How often do you recommend that I wash my hair? So I am
No one's asking her that. Why? Who and why does anybody give a fuck how often they think Amberlynn Reid thinks that they should wash her hair? Who is asking her that?
no hair doctor over here, but I do know that every hair is different, so I really don't know what to tell you. But I have noticed that the healthiest hair is if you wash it just a couple times a week. Speaking of hair, I do get this question a lot. Would you ever cut your hair into a bob? Absolutely not. That is not.
First of all, whoever is asking her to cut her hair to a bob is fucking hilarious. I know Zachary Michael asks that, and sometimes, but there's just no way that she thinks these people are serious. She can't, right? Like, no one's seriously asking her. No one thinks that this bitch should get a bob. Oh, God. There's no way. There's no way.
Not my style. I don't think it would look good on me. It looks good on other people, but that is not my thing. I love my hair long. That is how I've always loved it. In my early 20s, I did chop it all off. If I can find some photos, I'll post them here. But my hair was down to my butt. I went into the salon, literally just wanting a hair trim, and I left with my hair to my shoulders, and I cried.
Oops, my bad, you guys. Let me fix this.
Yes, I did. It was the biggest mistake. I will never do it again. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Honestly, normally I have a whole list of resolutions and goals and things I want to succeed at, and I never follow through with any of them. So I think it's just really easy and manageable if I sit here and say, I just want to improve as a person.
It is kind of crazy to think about how, like, she's had the exact same resolutions for like 4 or 5 years straight, and yes, she just has not been able to do it whatsoever. And at the beginning, she always talks about how easy it is. I'm like, how doable it is to lose 2 pounds a week.
Whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, like I am very like into the universe, and I believe that the universe and me are connected. I know that sounds weird to some people, but that's okay.
Whenever she says shit like, I know that sounds weird to some people, but that's okay, I'm like, that doesn't sound weird to anybody. You are not the first person on this planet to dabble in spirituality, and you will not be the last. That is a very big thing. And we know that you decided to do all this stuff because of TikTok. Okay? Like, that's not. Like, I hate when she says, I know that's kind of weird. It's just like, no, it isn't. It's very normal.
I really just want to be like just a better person in general, and I know I can start that anytime, and I have definitely improved over the years, but 2025 I really do want to focus more on like the therapy aspect and like improving my health aspect, and not really like set out flat out goals, more so just every day, even if it's just me being 1% better than I was the day before. What was your favorite and least favorite part of Vlogmas this year? So easily my least favorite was the beginning. It was highly saturated in the fact that I was going through a lot of mental health and heartbreak because I was missing Rarity while also being attacked because I was neglectful in a situation where it was never my intent.
I also think it's weird when she says, like, I've been having a lot of mental health lately. It's like, you can have good mental health and you can have bad mental health. Like, she needs to. I mean, I know we all know that she's talking about poor mental health, but she just, like, doesn't know how to talk. It's very strange. It's, like, actually strange, like, how she's gotten this far in life.
Accidentally leaving that door open literally altered my life in the worst way possible. And not only was I being attacked for a mistake that literally broke me and shattered me, I was being told that I was lying about the situation, which I wasn't. And I was also being told that a cat that was found deceased was Rarity, which definitely was not the case either. So it was a lot at once while already going through mental health problems. But I noticed once I handled the Rarity situation privately, instead of like broadcasting every single 2 seconds if there's an update or not, I noticed the backlash and the rumors lessened, and that definitely helped with my mental health and my heartbreak, to be honest.
That's what happens when you stop talking about things online. She looks so bad. But I can't really talk shit right now. I mean, look at me. Like, fuck.
I would say the best part of Vlogmas was the fact that I completed it. And instead of letting my depression stop me from decorating for Christmas like it did last year, I said, screw that. We're going to decorate for Christmas because I feel like that'll actually help my mood. And it genuinely did. Have you ever had a boyfriend before? Yes, I've had multiple boyfriends.
Yes. Do you guys not remember the double hand job in a movie theater? Duh.
But it was all like when I was a teenager and a kid. Never as an adult. No, no, no. Have you ever considered digital planning? No, never, because I really love
Who's asking this?
I love physically writing. Do you resent Alexis for bringing up the crumble cookie video? Honestly, no. It's really not that big of a deal to me. I'm an adult. I'm a sexual human being. I'm very sex positive, not a prude, pretty open book. So I don't really care, actually. What I care about is people behind my back being creepy and sending it to reaction channels. Now that's weird. And I'm very glad that Alexis never did that.
She offered. She wanted to, and she offered. So, what are you talking about?
Years made you grow the most as a person? Living alone. Absolutely. The first time I ever lived alone was when I was 32. And I'm now 34. I'm telling you, I genuinely believed in my soul for a majority of my life that I had to live with someone, that's the only way I was going to be happy, because I was always scared to be alone. But you guys, I'm telling you, I thrive when I live by myself. I absolutely love it. And it's helped me grow as a person 100%. If you could go back and never have made YouTube videos, would you? No. I absolutely would have still done YouTube. I probably would have just done it differently. I know the YouTube game. I know what people want, but I also know that there are things I have said and done online that I would have never done, because I now, as a 34-year-old woman, I have learned from those things and learned from my mistakes. Do you plan on seeing Wicked? I have never seen like the original Wicked, but with the clips I've seen of the new one,
Who fucking cares? Like, who asked this? Alright, so I must admit something right now. I have been listening to Amberlynn Reid videos. Like, I've been keeping up. I've been in here. I've been in the comments still. And I've been listening to the videos, but I haven't been watching them. So I haven't really been looking at her, right? And looking at her and looking at her talk is just, like, actually, like, infuriating for some reason. Like, I feel like I'm getting really irritated with her. It might be because, like, I don't know what it is. I'm, like, more irritated now that I'm seeing her say this stuff for some reason.
What was the real reason you went back to Oklahoma and didn't stay in Wisconsin? Because I have a whole ass apartment. I have a whole life here. I love my apartment. I love living alone. I do believe that Tommy as a person is my home, but in a responsible way, I belong here right now. So that is why we're currently in a long distance relationship, but I do see us moving in together in the future. How did you even hold that snake? Because it honestly looked so terrifying. That's what my mom said, but I love snakes. I've always loved snakes. I will say it was exhilarating because it is a huge snake. It is by far the biggest snake I have ever held in my life, but I wasn't scared. I don't know. Did you really think that Jordy was stalking you? No, absolutely not. I never once thought that. Was there
Lie.
a particular reason you stopped sharing your weight? So as you guys know, I have done Ozempic / semaglutide twice. The first time I did it, when I stopped, I gained so much weight so freaking fast. I had a weird feeling it was gonna happen again, and I tried really hard not to let it happen, but sadly, I didn't try hard enough. It is very common that once
She talks like she talks like she's like giving you like a tutorial or something. Hi, baby.
Okay.
High five. She talks to you like, I mean, I tried really hard. I don't know what to say, but I guess I just didn't try hard enough. Like talking to me like it's a fucking storybook reading or something.
you stop taking it, you gain your weight back. So normally I wouldn't have cared to share that because I've always shared that. But then all of a sudden, all of these rumors about my girlfriend were happening that were not true because that is not the way our
Lie, because you even confirmed that she made feeder content with her ex-girlfriend or fiance so that they could make money to see each other, but apparently Emily's over here actually getting the bag, getting you tickets to see Billie Eilish, getting you signed things for her, pulling up in nice-ass rental cars and stuff like that. Like, do I really think that she was too broke to go see her fucking bedbound girlfriend who wasn't going anywhere? It's not like she had to pay for her to get there. She was just going there. Like, come on, let's be fucking real, Amber. Let's be fucking real. Let's use some critical thinking, Amber.
relationship is. I knew that if I came on here and said, I'm gaining weight because that's how the cookie crumbles, no pun intended, people would automatically blame her when ultimately it was my doing, and it's the pattern that I've had my whole life since I was literally like 10 years old when I had my first diet. It was just easier for me not to share those things anymore. I want to protect
And look what you done did. You're back in 2019, girl. And that's sad. I don't think anybody wanted this for you. I don't think anybody wanted this, no matter how much you think that they did. Nobody wanted this. It's okay, though. There's nothing we can do.
Do you ever admit you were actually 600 pounds? I am telling you, human to human, face to face, like I know you're not here, but I'm acting as if you are. If I was 600 pounds, I would not be able to move. I'm saying that based on like knowing how I feel now at the weight that I am. If I was 600 pounds, I
don't believe that because she was 572.4 pounds or whatever, and she was walking around. I mean,
Hi.
she was bedbound, actually.
Hi. Hi.
Never mind. Hi, baby.
I don't really go on TikTok and Instagram, as you can see. It does show on Friday that I was on TikTok for a
You don't go on TikTok and Instagram, and you don't read the comments, but somehow you know what everybody's saying. I just don't believe you, girl.
bit more than usual. It's because I was gathering these questions.
Also, who gives a
What has been
fuck?
the hardest part to overcome with having BPD? A lot. And I don't know if I've actually overcome any of it. So I'm kind of going to rewrite the question and ask it as if like, what's the hardest part about having BPD? It's the fact that you cannot regulate your emotions. Sometimes it feels physically impossible. Like during a BPD episode, which are actually sometimes called BPD tantrums, And that's not like in a rude way or whatever. It sounds rude because it's like a tantrum, like calm down now. Like I'm not throwing a tantrum, but that is just what it's called. So during those episodes, my rational self is still in here. She is like screaming at me, Amberlynn, stop. Amberlynn, calm down. Amberlynn, it's gonna be okay. Regulating those emotions and calming down, it literally feels like someone is telling you, you have to travel outside into space, and I want you to carry the world on your shoulders.
For that, I would recommend seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist. Not to sound like Zachary Michael or anything, but like, seek therapy, seek psychiatry.
That's not possible. It truly feels impossible to regulate your emotions. And I'm fully aware that DBT therapy can help with that. So another answer I have is having BPD makes everything feel more extreme than the average. Like the average person, they would say, yeah, I feel happy. Well, when we're happy, people with BPD, it feels euphoric. A regular person would feel angry. Us, we feel burning rage. A regular person feels sad.
If you are so aware of all this, you need to work on it. Like you can't just not at this point. You can't just not at this point. You gotta do something, girl.
We literally feel like we're mourning the death of someone we have loved our entire lives. Everything feels so strong. And like we're sensitive to like everything. So our moods switch really quickly. Like a lot of people get bipolar and borderline personality disorder mixed up because we both have mood shifts. So people with bipolar, their moods will change.
She
on
is
days
so
or weeks
fucking
basis,
annoying.
While people with BPD like me, our moods will change multiple times a day, sometimes even multiple times an hour. It's exhausting for us, and I'm sure it's very exhausting for the people around us as well. Would you be able to be in a sexless relationship? No, 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 no. This girly pop has done that before, and she will never do it again. When I'm with the right one, I am like a sex machine. What am I saying right now? What is a rumor about you that is 100% not true? Girl, do you have all day? Because I have a whole list. But for the sake of video purposes and time crunches, there is a few in particular that I would love to mention. But these are things that I promised myself I would never speak about again online. So we're going to skip over those and move on to something else.
And then why would you even mention them? You could have just not mentioned them and chose different questions. You know that, right? Or did you not get enough questions, so you had to ask ChatGPT to fill in the rest of the questions? I'm just curious.
I'm going to choose something that is like currently happening. Two things, actually. One, it is 100% not true. I am not a feedie. I am not in a feeder relationship. That is not what's happening here. Two.
Okay. I'm going to say one thing, and it might be controversial, but I'm going to say it. I don't think that Amberlynn Reid is a feedie. I think she just happens to be dating a feeder. I don't think she's the feedie. I think that she's just dating a feeder, and that feeder's very happy that she's dating somebody who's willing to just eat in general. Because she has mentioned for a decade now that she has an eating addiction. She has a food addiction. So she doesn't have to be a feedie. She doesn't have to get fed by Emily because she's going to feed herself enough anyways. I mean, she has to be eating enough to maintain the weight that she has on her body, right? So it's like, I don't know. I don't think she's a feedie. I think she's just dating a feeder.
All right, you guys. So that is part one, and I will see you guys soon for part two. Bye.
Me, oh my. That was hecticana. Okay. Anyways, let's get on to the second one. I think that this was probably filmed the same day, but in a different outfit. It just looks like it's later in the day, which is fine. She did say she was going to be pre-recording.
All right, let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives? So as you guys know, I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives didn't pop, and it's supposed to pop when you open the jar. That means, you know, fresh goodness. It didn't pop, so my anxiety said that it was poisoned and it was molded over. I was having so much anxiety, but like I wanted to stare anxiety in the face and fear in the face and say, you know what, I'm stronger than you. So I started eating the olives, but then there was a reaction channel that was like, girl, do not use those olives. Do not eat those olives. Like that jar was supposed to pop, like it didn't pop.
Why is she constantly watching reaction channels? Like, she talks about how reaction channels wouldn't have a job without her. She wouldn't have anything to talk about without reaction channels. She says she could do her own life, but it's like, no, she can't. No, she can't.
Like, don't get sick. She scared me, so now, no, I'm not eating the poisoned olives. Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh yes, when I was a kid,
Who the fuck asked? Who gives a fuck if you've ridden a bike before? These almost sound like condescending questions. Like, have you ridden a bike before? Like, oh my god.
I had a scooter. I had an electric scooter at one time. Well, it wasn't electric. It ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know.
Is electric gas? I don't know, Amber. Ask ChatGPT. I'm sure they could tell you.
What's your nationality? So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my mom's side, Portuguese and French.
Oh my god, girl, your nationality is American, I'm pretty sure. Is it your nationality, like where you're from? Please. Please. Let me look this up real quick, because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna sound real fucking stupid. Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah. I just zoned out for a second.
Ham on the food. So if you guys don't know, years ago, I was making some salmon. I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed some Pam on top, what I considered like a normal person. It literally became a meme because I sprayed some Pam, which is oil, on top of my salmon where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have liquid oil. So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy. And still to this day, people literally go crazy about it.
No one's going crazy about it. They're just joking about it because it was a funny thing that fucking Michael B. Petty said. Did she just spray Pam on the food? It's a joke. No one's going crazy over it.
This saying I don't know how to cook. Why would someone spray Pam on top of food?
You don't know how to cook.
Just hecticana stuff. If I'm watching a vlog, you know how many times I have seen someone spray Pam on top of salmon, on top of chicken, on top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air fryer. And no one says anything, but yet I was attacked.
Oh my god, when she does that. But no one said anything to them, as if she's in their comments getting their notifications and shit like that. Like she's getting their messages. Like, she needs to shut the fuck up. She loves to compare herself to people, and they get mad when other people compare her to somebody. But she loves to be like, no one does that to that person, but they do it to me. Oh my god. Perpetual fucking victim.
And I'm still being attacked for it years later. It's hectic. But to answer your question, the answer is no, simply because I haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah, it's kind of just such a weird thing to like make fun of someone for. I don't know. When and what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't even remember.
She asked them for questions for this video.
Do you still talk to any of your exes? I do not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope. What is your favorite sweet?
That's because they all went no contact with you. Let's not forget how you broke your no contact with Jade, and she didn't answer you at all, and you were surprised and upset by it. But then, you know, when Alexis comes out with everything about how you beat her ass, how you beat up Jade or whatever, and she pushed you over, then suddenly Jade was actually abusive, and I can't believe you would support her. But you were crying over her about it. But then again, no. Fuck you, Amber, actually. There's no then again for you. You're insane.
If you could only pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life, which one would you pick? Bright Crystal by Versace. How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy?
Who gives a fuck about any of these? Like, honestly, like, I'm like, Half of these, I'm like, I know no one asked this and no one gives a fucking why would you choose. This is not a Q&A. I'm not getting to know you.
Some people can handle really hard things better than others. And I feel like in certain cases, the smallest thing like could really trigger me. But like really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know. I think I'm just numb to it. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't mean I want it to continue, but it just means the pain from it, it has been so constant that my body is actually used to it. And that's pretty sad. Are you ever going to do
Amber,
mukbangs again?
that is pretty
Because I
sad.
miss them. Honestly,
And you made this life for you. You made this life for yourself. It is sad.
I'm not sure. My answer used to be a flat out no, but in this moment, I don't know. Trish,
See, saying that now that you have a feeder girlfriend is way worse than just admitting that you have a feeder girlfriend. People knowing that you have a feeder girlfriend, and you're like, I think I might bring mukbangs back. You're not beating the allegations.
Trisha Paytas says she loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her serious lies but get so mad at your white lies?
So I'm like pretty sure that's definitely something she asked herself and something she just wants to bitch about. One, Trisha Paytas, when she lies, everyone knows that she's a fucking liar and she leans into that shit. Amber wants to deny. That's why. Like, and also people don't just not say anything. There are whole channels, whole videos dissecting shit that Trisha says all the time. More channels than react to you. Just because you're not in her comments, you're not in her inbox, you're not seeing the messages in the comments that she gets, anything like that. You're not seeing the text messages, nothing. You're just basing that off of nothing. Assumptions. You're just basing that off of assumptions. And you know what assuming does. So figure your shit out, bitch. Like, you're just a piece of shit. The reason why it's so easy to find bad things about you is because you're a bad person.
Hey, who said that I was white lying over here? I watch all of Trisha Paytas' podcasts on times 2 speed. I watch everything on times 2 speed. Like, I literally can't. My attention span is not good. But yes, I have peeped her saying that she lies for fun, she lies to everyone, she lies this.
Also, and I know she has lied about a lot of stuff, but most of her lies are shit like, I want to be a chicken nugget. Like, no one's taking this shit seriously. Congratulations. You are lying about actual things that are kind of serious. You lied to your fan base and asked for donations for Becky's mom and for her cancer, and then you didn't give it to her, and then you complained to her and bitched her out because she didn't say thank you because of the thought that you were going to give her money. You didn't even give it to her, and you still are upset that she didn't say thank you while she was in the fucking hospital, you insane bitch.
Like, people love to lie, and like, she's even had guests on her show that's like, yeah, I lie too, it's like so fun, and like, no one says anything about it, and I'm like,
no one says anything because I'm in her DMs, I'm in her comments, I see it all, I know everything that goes on behind the scenes, and no one says anything.
this is weird. I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like me. It's trendy.
And nothing about you is trendy, girl. Nothing about you is trendy. It's not trendy not to like you. You're just unlikable. And only really horrible people seem to like you, so.
To say the meanest comment in the comment section or the funniest, meanest comment. But with Trisha Paytas, like, she's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial, and she still says things that are very controversial. One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like,
and you literally don't give a fuck because you're a fan of hers, and you literally just said you watch every single video that she posts. So why are you even going off about this? Because you don't give a fuck. So, what?
that's weird. But I think the internet really holds on to something, and that is what they go with.
You're not beating the liar allegations.
To constantly compare myself and have other people compare myself because no one sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one because I'm speaking in absolutes, which I need to not do that. So let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is there is a lot of people who genuinely do not view me as human. They don't. So it's easy for them to like literally think that I'm lying about everything, and they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't want to accept the fact that I also am a human who is currently experiencing human experiences right along with y'all. So no matter how much I like compare and like be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do, and like everyone is treated differently based on like how they look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet, nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next question. What did Tommy get you for your birthday? She made my ultimate dream come true. She got me Billy.
Why are we still pulling this Tommy game? She doesn't even know why you call her Tommy. She said that. She literally said, I don't know why Amber calls me Tommy. And you lied, once again, saying that that's what she wants to be called. And then she called your bluff and apparently didn't even know it. You guys did it like less than 24 hours apart. That's a dumb bitch.
Do you and Tommy have phone sex when long distance?
Who asked this?
Obvious.
No one wants to know this information. You just want to talk about how you have sex, bitch.
Are there any reaction channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course. Every single one. I don't need...
No one needs to portray you poorly. You do that yourself. We are literally just reacting to the words that you're saying. Like, no one needs to portray you poorly. You are doing that good enough on your own. Okay? Like, you're doing that. You're doing a phenomenal job portraying yourself as a piece of shit on the internet on your own. No one else has to do it. I think we're all just shocked that it's happening and you're still posting it.
To find negative things in my videos. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like a word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find?
It's really easy. It's like an I Spy book for dummies. Like, it's really easy.
Something horrible to say about Amberlynn. It's just, yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light, and it works. Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them. That says everything it needs to say right there in itself. How do you feel about people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days?
First of all, no one is freaking out when you don't post for a few days. We are just wondering when you're going to post next, because you might be fucking dead, and we don't know when the last video we're going to get from you is. You could easily go into cardiac arrest at any point, okay? We're just keeping it a buck.
It's easy to support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions. They do privately. Like, I get so many sweet DMs, and I'm so grateful for each one. Always am.
But I thought she doesn't check her Instagram or her TikTok, so how is she reading all these DMs? She doesn't check this shit.
But like publicly, I don't look like a very supported girly pop. I'll tell you that. But I think that's the reason why like I live in my Delulu land, because I am so supported like behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of like live there. I live in my little Delulu land, and I like to stay there. I kind of like pay rent there. I just moved furniture in. Like, I'm having fun over there, okay? But publicly, it's easier to be like, oh, Alex Shook hasn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision.
She would know about this too, because, I mean, like she said, she keeps up to date on those reaction channels. She has to. It's her job. She'd have nothing else to talk about had it not been for reaction channels existing. We're paying her bills. Welcome to the Amberlynn Reid Reaction Factory. Oh my god, that was actually so cringy that my whole body hurts.
But like, if I'm gone for a few days, Amberlynn is so lazy. Like, she can't even do her job. Imagine if she had a real job and she did.
No, you are just lazy. You do the bare minimum you can do on video editing. You do the bare minimum you can on like uploading. Like, it's crazy. You literally did 3-minute videos for Vlogmas. Come on.
It's a lot of people being hypocrites. It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community.
It's not being a hypocrite because somebody doesn't like you. Because nobody has to like you. So they're not being hypocrites. That's just how they feel.
I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but I would like to say, as much as I do not like.
Also, like you guys, like I said, you don't have the same work ethic. So no, it's not hypocrisy at all.
Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest. Like, I'm good off of that. He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. And once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But I will say publicly, I hope that he is okay, and whatever he is going through, I hope it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about people who fetishize your body? So the word fetish low-key confuses me. So let me go to like the google.com. Fetish definition. Please tell me, because I am in confusion.
We're gonna read it together.
So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than sexual organs. Okay. So what that says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type and that is what you are sexually attracted to, that's considered.
She's being willfully ignorant. Like, especially, like, she's like, I'm such a sexual human being, but doesn't know what fetish means. She's being willfully ignorant. And she's doing, like, she's talking down to you. She's talking at you. Because I know this bitch is not talking to me.
Fetish? I'm a little confused by it.
Okay. The mic wasn't working for a second. What I said was, she's talking at you, she's talking down to you, and she's being a cunt, and she's being willfully ignorant. It's not cute, it's not quirky, it's not cool. She's a bitch.
So if someone prefers my body type, that makes it a fetish, right? According to you, the person who asked this question. So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature?
I saw this, like, meme the other day, or this post. If I can find it, I'll put it up on here, but it was like, this person said something really fucking stupid, and this person responded by saying, the teacher handed you your paper upside down, didn't they, when you were in high school? And I was just like, that's kind of funny.
Does that mean that's a fetish for them because that is what they prefer sexually? I think anyone should be able to look at any body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer. Without judgment. Whether they are tall, short, skinny, fat.
I don't think anybody's judging. I mean, that's a lie. But without judgment, like, I mean, girl. Oh, God. Her life must really fucking suck, honestly. That's all I have to say, because all she does is think about how fat she is. Actually, no, she's not fat. She's super morbidly obese. And that's all her entire life and personality is surrounded by. And that fucking sucks. And, like, it's not like she's making it any easier, because all she does is respond to questions that bring up that topic more often. She could just live life without bringing that shit up ever. But that's what she decides to make the topic of her existence. And that is sad. That is all she's like, I'm not just my weight, but that's all I'm ever going to talk about when I'm talking about myself. And it's like, you don't have to do that at all. You could just be living your life, but instead you made it about your weight. And that's no one else's fault except your own. But damn, she's really being stupid right now.
Monkey doesn't matter. I think it is highly unfair that people like to say that the only way a fat person can be sexually liked is if it is
no one is saying that.
It's just
no one is saying that.
Obscene to me. That means any old skinny Jan or Mary.
Yeah, if somebody is so like skinny as a rail, that like Eugenia Cooney, and she struggles to pick stuff up, and people like that aspect of it, yes. Like, it's not that hard to understand. But then again, she has, what, a 140 IQ, right? That's what she said. So, I mean, you'd think she'd understand. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I don't believe she has a 140 IQ.
over there. If that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish? The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but I like to look at the gray area.
See, and do you see how like she ended it with all those questions? Because she actually does know what a fetish is, and she knows what people are talking about when she says it. She just wants to be a condescending bitch.
And that's what I just gave you. But if we're just doing black and white and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me. Feels great. Feels wonderful. All right, you guys. So that is the end of part 2.
She's disgusting.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 3 soon.
I did not enjoy that. I would like to know what you guys think down below, though. So leave your thoughts, comments, and concerns. And I will see you guys for part 3 and 4. Bye.